I am going to be presenting about the evolution of information behavior research, and my name is Tejaswini Ganukula. The agenda for my presentation is introduction, literature review, critique, trend analysis, future directions, and personal reflection. So, information behavior is basically the study of how individuals identify their information needs and how they actively search for information. And it mainly matters because understanding information behavior helps improve the design of information systems and how people can research things in the future or how they have in the past or how they are doing it now. And it has an impact basically through many sectors such as education, healthcare, business, and also public services, basically anywhere people can interact with information. And their research focus is mainly to explore how people engage with their information in their daily lives, whether it be through documents, whether it be through data sets, whether it be through online seeking. A real world example could be that students who mainly use textbooks could possibly use online resources to gather information instead to complete their research. Now, a little in depth into the resources I used to gather my information in the literature review part of my presentation. So, in this research, the study shows that traditional search models don't work very well for finding data sets. Users face challenges like poor metadata and missing context more often, and also it highlights the needs for new frameworks tailored to how we search for complex data and not just documents, so that we are kind of going along with all the technological advancements that are happening along. And this study here, it shows that it basically finds out that older adults with higher confidence and life mastery seek information more actively than it is passively, and that personal agency plays a key role in showing how psychological factors like confidence shape everyday search habits, and it relates to information behavior because it kind of shows how that confidence boost kind of significantly influences people in how they search. This study here from this resource shows that spikes in Wikipedia searches before elections reflect voter engagement and that it highlights how online search patterns can predict political behaviors, also showing a link between digital activity and also real world decisions. And in this resource, the study finds that public awareness of sepsis is very much low and that it should be very much accessible and understandable to both experts and as well as to the public, and that the public often relies on less reliable sources than more reliable sources because of information gaps, and bridging these info gaps, especially between experts and the public, can help improve health outcomes. So, in this resource, the study evaluates how AI handles complex multi turn dialogues, and it also finds that AI often introduces factual errors and struggles with advanced reasoning, where we can use the Biggie as an example, such as ChatGPT. The Faith Dial benchmark helps assess reliability, showing how emerging AI tools can help shape how users interact with information systems. This is a sixth and final resource that I researched about, and this mainly gives you a big focus on how virtual reality changes and how like users seek and engage with information. The key findings I found from here was that VR increases interactivity and memory retention when you're moving your whole body with it and you feel like you're in the actual world that's going on. It really like puts in exactly what's happening into your memory, and also risk of cognitive overload from too much information also is another key finding I found from the resource. And obviously accessibility remains a major challenge because not everybody can afford something like a meta set, and it relates to information behavior because it highlights how immersive environments reshape search strategies, presenting both opportunities and barriers, in this case financial barriers. These articles reflect key criticisms from Case and Given, and some, like Didsri et al., are too theoretical, while Milton bridges theory and practice in data discovery, whereas Fiest has a stronger literature review, and my last resource is a little weaker, whereas the one by Choi offers clear, actionable conclusions. Overall, they highlight small samples, emerging technology, and the need for interdisciplinary approaches as well as updated models. Here is a little trend analysis chart where I go in detail about the research design, the methodology, and the theoretical approach, as well as the limitations and outcomes I have noticed in each one of my resources. So, these trends broaden how we understand information seeking in complex digital spaces. Applications such as healthcare, politics, and data science. They basically show how each field is shifting from documents to data sets, AI, and VR, while also emphasizing user factors like confidence and emotions. Emerging technologies and interdisciplinary approaches are growing, but limitations are also there, such as small samples and weak frameworks in the new context. Future research will expand data discovery by improving metadata, accessibility, and search tools. Studies will also explore immersive VR and AR environments to enhance spatial engagement, and AI conversational agents will advance for better dialogue, but will also need to address ethical concerns like privacy and bias. Finally, research will focus on diverse populations and foster interdisciplinary collaboration in order to create more richer and more inclusive models so everybody is basically in on the information that is being sought. I've improved my search strategies in 5 key ways. First, I consider the user's perspective, recognizing how confidence and emotions can shape information seeking. Second, I look beyond articles, using data sets and multimedia. Third, I critically evaluate sources, spotting the gaps between information. Fourth, I use AI tools and advanced databases more effectively. And fifth, I combine insights from multiple fields for richer, well rounded research. These are my references cited in APA format. Thank you for listening.